How's it going, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys another review here on Body Bags. It is week number 104, and the film that I'm going to be reviewing today is the 1982 psychological thriller kinda horror film, The Sender, which is coming to us courtesy of Olive Films. The Sender opens with a man walking along a beach where he attempts to commit suicide. He then awakens in a psychiatric ward where we are introduced to our lead character, who happens to be a doctor and is assigned the case of Mr. John Doe 83. They don't really know who he is, and he doesn't know who he is. He has amnesia and doesn't remember his name, where he's from, who his relatives are, or anything about him. So they give him the title of a random John Doe with a number assigned to it. She begins to kind of delve into the young man when she starts having these hallucinations and visions, and then we quickly find out that they are connected to the John Doe character. He is what you call a sender, and he sends his visions and dreams to people around him, and more importantly, the doctor, the psychiatrist. So basically she begins to also have visions of the boy's mother, the young man's mother. But the problem is nobody else sees her, but she's having all these contacts with her, and she begins to think that the mother has something to do with the John Doe character being the way he is. Oh man, this one was just really boring for me. For the concept and the plot, it sounds pretty cool, right? It's set in this psychiatric ward, so it has this hospital setting, and you just expect all these cool dream sequences and these different types of vision sequences, and it really doesn't deliver. It's very slow burn. You don't really care about any of the characters. You don't really care about the motives of the characters, and that's kind of done from poor character development. And really, they just kind of dropped the ball. You're just expecting a little bit more. I think if they would have went more towards the horror realm of things and made it more of something like a Nightmare on Elm Street, where there's these, you know, hallucinations that are very dark and grim, I feel like the film would have worked a lot better. But it just kind of, you know, barely touches the concept. And you know, there's few scenes of you know, action, I guess you would call it, or there's just few scenes of things happening, things of excitement, like murders and death and blood and stuff like that, and visual stimulation. There's very few scenes of this. It's a lot of talking, it's a lot of boring. You know, the psychological angles there a lot more. I will say that it is a little bit of a confusing movie, either that or it's just very boring, and you kind of lose touch with it a little bit. But I think it's also effective in terms of that sort of dream feel a little bit, you know, because you're kind of in and out of these different scenes, and it almost does have that dream, or you know, just distorted view, but you know, it's just so it's not amped up enough, if you know what I mean. And I do really like the hospital setting. I will give it that. I did think that it had a okay atmosphere with the hospital setting, but nothing like I was expecting. I really came away disappointed with this one. I just couldn't get into it. I don't really know what to critique on it that much, other than it does not do a good job making you interested in the characters or what they are doing. It just doesn't. It is very flat, and it's just never picks up enough to get you really into the film. I think some people will like it. Maybe more of the thriller fans out there would enjoy it a little bit more. I didn't like it. I give it a 4 out of 10. Not my cup of tea at all. I'll see you guys next time with another review. Peace out.